Hey guys, inspired by Osiris and Simon, I'm going to do another edition of Books and Burpees. The book that I'm reading right now is The Flowering Wand, and the subtitle is Rewilding the Sacred Masculine. This is a beautiful book by Sophie Strand. Uh, Sophie is the daughter of Clark Strand, who was the editor in chief of Tricycle magazine, which is a Buddhist review. Don't know if it's still in print or not. I read his book, um, Waking Up in the Dark, which is a celebration of darkness itself. Not darkness in an emotional or psychological sense, but the darkness before the age of light, the darkness that's present when everything else is dim, the true darkness that we um, have lost through what we can only really term a pollution of light, that we have dimmed out the stars, we have dimmed out the moon, and we only see a fraction of the night sky that we're used to. It's a wonderful book, but today I want to talk about The Flowering Wand, which is telling the story of masculinity using some of the mythic figures of from ancient ages ago, and retelling those stories not from the slant of how we take masculinity to be now, but from masculinity in its essence, the energy, the one that's not at war with itself and is not at war with femininity, that has nothing to prove, that isn't overreaching, overarching into um, other aspects that isn't its domain. And what we find is, and we see it in um, sacred sexual spirituality, that those roles that we play, we say this is masculine, this is feminine, are just that. They're not roles. They really have nothing to do with the actual essence of masculinity or the actual essence of femininity. Because those two energies, which in fact are really just from the source of greater energy itself, they don't need a story and they don't need to be defined by us. We can just relax, be who we are, whatever that is. If you are a man, it's going to be expressed through you, and you don't need to do anything. You don't need to play a role. You don't need to say that this is what a man does, because the energy itself is just, it's transparent. There's no need to offer a definition. And it's the same with femininity, which is why in Taoism, when we have the yin yang symbol, there is a blending of the two, and yet within each, there is a dot representing the fact that in essence, each is contained within the other. So whenever we say things like, this is what a man does, it's just a symbol, it's just a story. It's not the actuality of masculinity, or again, femininity. And she makes that point so vividly and beautifully clear in this book. The message is basically relax in your essence, relax in who you are without the need of bending it to shape a narrative that might not even be a narrative that you would believe in if you knew its source. She actually combines quite a bit of history, quite a bit of biology, quite a bit of facts, but it's so beautifully told, that so beautifully written, and her language is just so lyrical that it doesn't read anything other than as if it's a long poem. Highly, highly recommend it. Um, and again, it's by uh, Sophie Strand. I recommend her father's book as well, Waking Up in the Dark. And maybe we'll do a review of that sometime. If I ever reread it, I'll bring it back and we'll talk about it. So, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. I really love this entire concept. Once again, I thank Simone as well as Osiris for putting his up yesterday or the day before. Good stuff. I hope more people participate. You guys have a really good day, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Take care.